Over 600 drivers in Tennessee was wrongfully arrested for DUI charges. What is going on with the cops out there? Let's get to 2 News feed that discusses it.
Miscarriage of justice.
Sober drivers charged with DUIs are reacting in shock to what WSMV4 Investigates has uncovered tonight. Good evening. I'm Lauren Lowry.
I'm Tracy
Crazy.
Cornett.
And I'm Marius Payton. As part of our sobering problem investigation, we've analyzed never-before-seen TBI data.
Chief investigative reporter Jeremy Finley found more than 600 Tennesseans have been arrested for DUI and were completely sober.
Wow.
It's something you notice almost immediately.
Good morning.
In the body camera footage of officers approaching Xavier Gray.
Go ahead and turn the car off for me, okay?
His hands are in the air.
First of all, I'm scared of the police.
We got anything to drink tonight?
No, sir. But Gray, like so many other drivers who've spoken with WSMV4 Investigates, wasn't concerned at first.
Well, I'm gonna run you through some the field sobriety test, just make sure you're good to drive and everything, okay?
Oh, yeah. I know I'm not under the influence of anything.
And he thought he performed well until this.
Place me on the wrist for driving under the influence, okay?
What the hell? This is just crazy. My man said that he hasn't been under the influence of anything, doesn't take any drugs, and they're gonna arrest him for DUI. And you see that the question, huh? What the hell are you talking about, officer? And at that moment right there, if he would have resisted arrest, it would have been game over for him. They would have put him up on more charges.
I don't even drink or anything. That's crazy. I work for a living driving a dump truck. And this is what I do. This is my whole livelihood.
Like, let's go back real quick. Let's look at this. You see that face that he has on right there? You see that face? That's the face of a sudden realization that I've been wrong. Like, what is going on? I don't drink. I don't take any drugs. Like, why am I being charged for driving under the influence? The influence of what? The influence of shady ass police. And then you got these politicians, and I'm gonna get on Trump's ass about this. You got these politicians that talk about all cops need qualified immunity. No, they need qualified immunity when they're doing their job correctly. And they're making sure that if something happens, if they have to gun down somebody because that person was a super threat and they tried everything they can and they had to do it, then they should get qualified immunity. These cops right here need to get sued out their ass. Because why is it that these people are going through situations when they do not need to go through it? I can understand if they're under the influence. Okay, fine, cool. They need to be arrested because they need to cool their ass down. But this man clearly is not under the influence, and now he's going to jail. Damn.
I've been driving a dump truck, and this is what I do. This is my whole livelihood. I was really afraid about losing my license.
Gray
you see that look? Let's go back. Look.
Livelihood.
Look.
I was really afraid about losing my
right there. See that look right there? That's the look of despair, yo. That's the look of, damn, man, like I drive for a living. I could lose my job. I can't take care of my family. And it's so much that's going through that man's mind right there and there. Like, damn, yo, I'm done, yo. All for what? All because of some shady ass cops. They don't need qualified immunity. They need to be sued out the wazoo. They need to lose their homes. They need to lose their livelihood. It's ridiculous. And some of y'all conservatives out there that talk that BS. Cops need qualified immunity. No, they don't. Because you're gonna have shadiness like this.
my license.
Gray is the latest person we found to be charged
Damn.
with a DUI whose blood work would come back showing he was completely sober. For months, we've been emailing back
What the hell? Damn.
and forth with the TBI, asking for blood work data that shows just how often it's happening in Tennessee. And it turns out we weren't the only ones asking.
I've seen the news stories that you all did.
State Representative Lowell Russell had seen our sobering problems investigations. And after one of his constituents was arrested for a DUI, while he was completely sober, He asked the TV.
Yo, that's crazy, man. I feel sorry for young white dude right here, man. Damn, yo. You could tell that he just looking like he looking like what?
While he was completely sober.
Boom, son. Yo, that's crazy, yo. Can you imagine, yo? You just driving, maybe you got pulled over, maybe you was speeding a little bit, this, down the third, and some cop talking about you under the influence, yo. And like, yo, put your hands in the air. Oh God, no. That's how I'll be, yo. I'll be crying because I'll be a punk, yo, because I don't want to get shot by no cop. I'm telling you, yo, I'm a big black guy that be like, oh yeah, he was a threat. Thank God for body cams, yo. Remember like a few years ago when the cops, the presidents of these unions or cop associations was like how they didn't want body cams? That's why. This is why, right here, this is why they didn't want body cams. Because they knew that some of their cops were shady. And possibly they have been shady themselves. This is wild, man.
Asked the TBI for the data as well. After months of requests, the TBI finally produced the data. Turns out it wasn't dozens, but more than 600 Tennesseans. 609 to be exact.
That's crazy.
Innocent drivers, totally sober, charged with DUI.
609 drivers that were charged with DUI that were totally sober. Now, of course, they be like, but well, what about the thousands who weren't? Nah, that's 609 lives. And if you think about this, let's just think about this. Let's just say out of that 609, let's say 80% had families. Okay, so if you think about 80%, that's 6 times 8, what is that? 480? Yeah, about 480, right? So now you say 480 people, men and women, white, black, Latino, Asian, because they didn't discriminate. You see on the video that they didn't discriminate now. So now you got all those people, and let's just say 4 other people rely on that person. So now you got 480 times 4 or 5. Let's just round that up to 500. So you could have 2,000 to 2,500 people that are affected because of these shady ass cops. Sad. Very, very sad.
For perspective, if all of the sober drivers charged with DUI went to the Ryman, they would take up more than half of the seats in the upper balcony.
I just wonder what you think about that.
It's a miscarriage of justice. It seems like they're doing it everywhere around Tennessee, man.
Nobody wants drunk drivers on the road, ever. But what does it say that we keep finding sober people being arrested for DUI?
I have heard of those on a very, very limited scale, and those are, of course, tragic for everyone involved.
Tragic cases that lets drivers like Gray know he is hardly alone.
You know what's so scary is just thinking about how hard I work to stay out of trouble, right?
Facts.
And then to have something like this happen.
Jeremy.
Facts. Man worked so hard to stay out of trouble, and some shady ass cops want to put you in trouble. It's just wild, man. It's just wild. That's why you gotta be very, very careful out there. You gotta be very, very careful. Hey guys, this is just a short break to thank you for watching this video. To ask you if you haven't already to like the video, that would greatly help me out. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you do subscribe. Why? I'm a new YouTuber and I'm trying to grow, and I'm trying to reach over 1,000 subscribers by my birthday on December 14th. So please, help a brother out. Thank you for watching. Back to the video. Let's get to the next news feed to see what they got to say.
It still devastated me. It's still something I'm working through even now.
Damn.
That's the reaction tonight to what WSMV4 Investigates has now uncovered about sober people charged with DUI.
We told you last week in our ongoing sobering problem investigations, 609 people have been charged with DUI in Tennessee, and they were completely sober.
The drivers we've featured so far were right here in Middle Tennessee, but Chief Investigative Reporter Jeremy Finley found this is a statewide problem.
Just moments into his horizontal gaze assessment last November, Henry Esslinger let state troopers know he needs to stop his field sobriety test.
I feel very lightheaded, not very well, full of adrenaline from being in an accident.
After rear-ending a tractor trailer, troopers note he has a slurred speech and glassy eyes.
I feel very shaky right now from the adrenaline.
Troopers suspect he's under the influence.
Man, I haven't drank nothing.
Are you willing to give blood though, sir?
Yeah, I'll give blood. I'll do it. Breathalyze, I'll do whatever.
After giving blood, Esslinger is arrested.
If you wouldn't mind, just put your hands right here for me.
Charged with DUI. Months
Damn.
later, his alcohol and blood work shows he was completely sober.
I
Damn.
felt like I was way too shaken up from the accident. I was still trying to process what.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I can understand. I'm like, yo, you trying to process, you know, you made a mistake and you rear-ended a trailer and stuff like that. So you just like, you shaking him. And he was truthful about it. He said, hey, listen, officers, listen, let me calm down. I'm kind of shaky, you know, because of this accident, this, that, they're all the adrenaline. He said it. What type of drunk person is going to say that? What type of person who's on drugs is going to say that? You could tell when they on drugs. Come on. Now, you went through training. But damn, they arrested dude for DUI. And it's something that you got to understand. This is in Tennessee. West Tennessee, I guess that's where he's from. And it's like, they not discriminating. They're not even like, listen, we don't care if you're white. We don't care if you're black. We don't care if you're Indian. We don't care if you're Asian, Latino. We're going to arrest all you guys. And I'm like, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. Shout out, thank you if you like my Southern voice, but it's wow. Damn.
What all happened?
What's it like to be charged with a crime you didn't commit?
It doesn't feel good at all.
Esslinger wasn't arrested in Middle Tennessee. Instead, in Haywood County near Memphis, in West Tennessee. Head east to Sevier County, and that's where you'll find the mugshot of Reed Hawley.
He slaps the cuffs on me.
Arrested by state troopers for DUI in 2019 after showing several clues of impairment and given a breathalyzer.
The bottom line is it was all zeros. And he showed it to me and I said, oh, really?
How you arrest him for driving under the influence when he does the breathalyzer and it's all zero? Like, and I think 2019, I think that they really didn't have body cams like that. Maybe they did, I'm not very sure. But this is the reason why they put body cams. And then cops were like, oh no, body cams? We don't need that. We uphold the law. Sure. Yes, most times you do, but you get times like this.
Really? I said, you think you want to let me go now? And he goes, no, you're under the influence of something.
But his blood test showed no drugs in his system. His DUI charge dismissed, but not before he had to pay his attorney more than $7,000 and cover his own court costs.
And I paid the clerk $350. And the trooper and another trooper were standing there, and I looked at him and I said, you happy now? I said, you see what you did, what you cost me for this mistake?
Wow.
It's pretty costly. How are you going to reimburse me for this? Is the state going to reimburse me for this? He just snubbed me, looked at me like I was garbage, and just walked away down the hall.
Head south.
That's crazy. And like I said, it's happening to white dudes. It's happening to people all across this country. It's happening to Americans. Doesn't matter the race. It's happening to Americans, man. And this is the problems that we have. We got some of these shady ass cops that's out there, and it's like people are not talking about it. People are always talking about, yeah, support the cops, not support police. I support because they do a hard job. I wanted to be a police officer in Baltimore City, so I know and I support the good officers who's going out there risking their lives every single day. But you got some of these officers that probably want to fill a quota, and they look at you and say that, yo, you a sucker, and I'm gonna catch you. And that's messed up, man. Messed up.
Out to Marion County outside Chattanooga, and that's where Nate Collins fought a charge of DUI in possession of a handgun after failing a field sobriety test last year.
It was terrifying. I thought it was so surreal, knowing that I was innocent.
What did it do to your life to get this DUI charge?
Wow.
I didn't get into grad school. They
Damn.
couldn't tell me a specific reason for that, for legal reasons. But I do think the fact that I had pending drug charges.
We told Collins about
Wow.
the hundreds of other drivers we found just like him across
Sad.
the state.
So you're among the 609.
Oh, and they will deny you for that. Now I can't say it's true, but they do an interview and stuff like that, and some schools possibly do background check depending on the school you're trying to go to. And if they see that, hey, you got a drug charge, they'll be like, shoot, he might try to deal drugs on the campus. Sad, yo.
9 innocent people who have been charged with this crime.
It still devastated me. It's still something I'm working through even now. And I think about 608 other people to have gone through that, to maybe not have had the resources I had. If I'm honest, I could cry right now thinking about it.
I mean, it breaks our hearts watching this, Jeremy. Yeah. The problem is that clearly people are failing field sobriety tests, but they are sober.
Yeah, that's right, Tracy. So here's what we're going to do next.
Wow.
We're taking all of this to NHTSA. Along with investigating safety defects, that agency created the manual for field sobriety testing. So we're asking them now for reaction to our findings, and we're going to let you know how they respond. Also, I want to let you know we've got some breaking information for you on a sober driver we told you about earlier this year. Our investigation found Jeff Adams, there he is, along with 2 other sober drivers, were arrested for DUI by the same police officer in Goodlettsville. Like the other 2 sober drivers, Adams' blood work came back showing he had neither alcohol nor drugs in his system. Well, Adams' attorney sent a letter to Goodlettsville city attorney and stating that they intended.
Let's look at dude right there, yo. Let's look at him getting out the car. Let's go back. Look.
He had neither alcohol nor drugs.
Look, you see him right there, man. That's a man's thinking about his family, thinking about his kids, thinking about possible wife, and just like, yo, how I'm gonna explain this, yo? I'm gonna explain this
system. Well, Adams' attorney.
Look at just him getting out the car. He's just like, yo, I'm done, yo. For what reasons? For what reason? I know I didn't do anything. God, yo.
Attorney sent a letter to Goodlettsville city attorney and stating that they intended to sue. Well, we just confirmed that the city went ahead and paid Adams $5,000 while not admitting fault. And Adams tells me he is satisfied with that amount. Lauren?
Okay.
You satisfied with that? Hell no. I would be like, yo, you gotta flip it 100 times that. For me to be satisfied, I'm like, yo, you gotta give me 500,000. 500,000, and I won't go to the news and this, that, and the third. Now, hey, if they make an issue about it, that's on them. But I won't go to the news, and y'all don't have to admit guilt. But let's be honest, you paid $5,000, and shoot, I would have been like, hell no. Mr. Jeff Adams, you got duped. You got duped for 5,000, because guess what? They're gonna come after you. Now they may not, but in my opinion, they might. But this is just a wild, wild story, guys. I wanted to bring it to you because I felt like the people of Tennessee, they need to know that people are thinking about them and people care about them and people feel that, hey, it is wrong for what was done to them. That's a sad situation. You guys have to be very careful out there. Now, for those people who like to drink or who like to take drugs, stay the hell out of a car. Stop it, or unless you're taking an Uber or something, but don't drive. Because if you drive and your ass get caught, you're going down, and rightfully so, because you could have killed somebody and stuff like that. But I don't want you to go down like that. If you want to have fun inside your house or whatever, and just call an Uber. Go take an Uber. Go in there, take an Uber going home. You would save yourself a lot of headaches, because you never know what type of person could pull you over. You never know if that person might just be someone who just want to fill a quota, and you're the unlucky bastard that they're going to put some trumped up charges on. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. I would appreciate it if you found this video informative, outrageous, crazy, or if the video even makes you angry, to like the video. That would greatly help me out. Make some comments. Tell me, how do you feel to learn that over 600 people who were sober were filed with DUIs? That's crazy, especially in Tennessee. That's wild. And to also know that they did it to all types of Americans. That's crazy. And last but not least, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you do subscribe. Why? I'm a new YouTuber and I'm trying to grow, and I'm trying to reach over 1,000 subscribers by my birthday on December 14th. So please, help a brother out. Thank you for watching. I love each and every one of you. Be safe. Peace.